Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of our Namibian adventure. If you still have not seen the first part of it, I will leave you the link here to click on it to go and see the first part before you start watching this one. Enjoy! So guys, here we are about to get on our way to Swakopmund, and we really cannot wait to see the southern Atlantic Ocean, and here we are. One of the things that Richley and I like the most about this country is its ever-changing landscapes. You can go from one side of the country to another, and the sceneries are going to be dramatically and completely different. And that's, in my opinion, another reason why you should consider visiting Namibia. 4 hours later, we arrived in Swakopmund. On our first day, we decided to go for a brief walk around the town. And then we went to the promenade by the sea. Since Swakopmund is situated by the South Atlantic Ocean, the temperatures were noticeably different from the capital. Here you see the difference. For the end of the day, we decided to go to the pier restaurant to enjoy a lovely glass of rosé wine. We also felt like having some seafood. Namibia takes pride in its oysters. They are extremely creamy and flavoursome. The only thing we don't like about Namibia so far is the fact that Namibia is a tip culture country, and we don't like it because we are not from that sort of society. Next morning.
Hello everyone, welcome to Swakopmund. A city founded in 1892 by the German Empire, here by the South Atlantic Ocean. You can feel the breeze here, it's kind of chilly, and today we're going to explore this city.
Before we show you the city, I would like to show you the place where we're staying. This place is called Secret Garden Guest House, and we're going to stay here for 4 nights. This place is really beautiful because as soon as you come here, you somehow feel like if you were in the UK or in a coastal town in Mexico or in California. It is really beautiful, and it is not far away from the sea. I was really excited as soon as I got yesterday because we are extremely near from it. So right now we're going to go for breakfast, and then we're going to try to show you as much as possible of the town of Swakopmund.
Guys, can you imagine that Swakopmund is so eclectic? There are German, English vibes here, Dutch, Afrikaans of course, even Australian and Chilean. But what I find interesting that there is even a charity shop, and it says charity shop like in the UK. We have lots of charity shops.
Do you feel at home?
Yeah, I do. I feel at home here.
You should bring your mum here.
Oh, she would love it. She would love this, and especially now it's a lot warmer than last night, so we're feeling good.
There is something that's very interesting about Swakopmund, and it is the fact that there is somehow like a mini German community in the country. The town doesn't just look German, it is actually some sort of German settlement in this country, because as you know, Namibia was settled in the 1800s by the German Empire, and therefore until this day you can see people who are the 4th generation of Germans living in this country continuously since that time. And to think about it, it kind of makes me feel like if we were like in Cape Town, you know, where you get all these Afrikaans who came from the Netherlands and other countries in Europe. So it is basically almost the same sensation here, and I really like it.
So guys, right now we're going to get our hair done. As you can see, this is my hair at the moment. It's a right mess. It needs to be topped up, and let's see if it can get better.
The owner of the place where we're staying recommended us this salon. Therefore, we decided to come and try it.
So guys, this is the result. As you can see, I'm a lot more blonde now, and I feel a lot more powerful, and I'm ready to go.
Well, in my case, this is the result that I got. So obviously for me it was a lot harder because my hair obviously is black naturally. Even though she still did a great job because I got the result I always wanted, and I'm kind of happy. So right now we're going to have a nice cappuccino at this cafe. Someone recommended me this cafe, so we're going to try it, and if we like it, you should definitely come to this place. It's basically just at the corner of the hair salon, and today seems extremely promising and positive. There is a very important fact about Swakopmund, and it is that within the city you can hear, apart from the African native languages, you can also hear English, Afrikaans and German. And it is really beautiful to be in a multicultural town because you can get like all sorts of languages. But obviously English is the most spoken language, I guess, because it's kind of like the common language, and then you get, like, as I said, Afrikaans and German. The reason why Swakopmund was heavily influenced by the Europeans, it's because it was initially founded by the Germans. Later on, as I said, it joined South Africa under the British Empire. And even though the English people had it for longer than the Germans, the German language is still a big deal here. One of the reasons why everyone wanted to have Swakopmund, it's because in the surrounding areas there are many mines where they extract precious minerals. You can visit a museum and learn about them. There is even the biggest quartz in the world right here in Swakopmund.
So guys, now it's lunchtime and we've been recommended a very nice restaurant called Brauhaus, which is a German restaurant of course, and we're now going to check it out and see what amazing food they have to offer.
The Brauhaus restaurant is located in one of the main shopping centers in Swakopmund. Right here you can also find clothes shops, bookstores and many other cafes, where you can enjoy either a lovely cappuccino or a cold beer. As soon as we got to the Brauhaus, we decided to go for a cold local beer. Since this place has a strong German influence, everything you find here is going to be German style. By the way, if you are a beer lover yourself, you are going to find very interesting the fact that beer in this country is not expensive at all. I have to say that this is really weird and odd to see a Christmas tree and a palm tree together. Can you see it? Later we're planning to go swimming. We were not going to go swimming, but now I think that we can do it because it is a lot warmer. But in the mornings and in the evenings it gets really cold. So if you want to go swimming, you better go like a midday. Swakopmund has many beautiful beaches. We only got to see 2 of them. The first one that we saw is the most ample one, which is Palm Beach. This one is extremely beautiful and it makes you feel like if you were somewhere in Australia or in South Africa. My advice is, do not go swimming here. Since this is the South Atlantic Ocean, the water is going to be really rough, rather choppy, and the waves may actually drag you in and then you might end up drowning, so be careful. There is another thing that you need to be aware of, and that is the fact that the water will never be warm here. Due to the fact that this is the South Atlantic Ocean, there is no way that this is going to be like in the Maldives or in Hawaii. In fact, the water is extremely freezing cold. Later on we went to the most famous beach, which is Mole Beach. Right here you can see more people playing volleyball, sunbathing and doing other activities. Due to the fact that there is some sort of waterfront, you can swim without worrying about the waves, because there is some sort of bay and therefore the water is rather calm. So Richly, are we going to learn about the snakes, the reptiles?
We're about to go inside a museum to see reptiles such as
native
snakes,
to Namibia.
chameleons, what else have we got here?
We were recommended to visit this place when we got to Swakopmund, but of course, if you have any phobia to reptiles, this is definitely not a place for you. They've got a variety of reptile species from all over the world, starting from Africa, from Asia, from the American continent and from Australia. Many of them highly venomous. The snake that really intimidated us was this cobra, which is venomous as hell. If you come to Swakopmund, you definitely need to come to this place where you see all the snakes, because the guide tells you about how venomous they are and which ones are the ones that you need to be very careful with. And oh my god, okay, so that's the python.
Yeah, this one was shitty.
Even though when I know that pythons are not venomous, I still get scared when I see them. I really don't like snakes. This one actually was shedding when we got here. The man told us that she had been doing this for at least a week. We even had the opportunity to touch the snake, I was a little bit scared. Richie was a lot braver than me. My face is gonna tell you everything. And with all of you, the iconic African snake, the black mamba. They say that if you were bitten by one of these ones, you would lose the ability to talk in 20 minutes. 1 hour later you might be comatose. And without an antidote, you would be dead 6 hours later. And of course, you would be in complete agony with a lot of pain. And of course, in my opinion, the star of this facility, it's this lovely great chameleon, which is native to the Namib Desert. We even got to see it in action. So guys, right now we are on our way to see one of the most iconic sites here in Swakopmund. And obviously if you come here, you are most likely to see it from any part of the city. I'm talking about the lighthouse of Swakopmund. It was built obviously by the Germans back in 1902. And it is 21 years older than the lighthouse that you can find in Walvis Bay.
And if you come to see the lighthouse, right in front there's a lot of grass, and here you can see wild guinea fowl. Can you imagine wild guinea fowl?
Later that afternoon, we decided to go for a walk along the beach. And for our surprise, we saw some dolphins jumping out of the water. Imagine what an amazing and unique experience. A few locals told us that this is very unusual to see dolphins by the beach. Therefore, I believe that they are welcoming us. On the next day we were taken from Swakopmund to Wallace Bay, when you can find the country's biggest port. Wallace Bay is situated 30 minutes down south from Swakopmund. Today we are going to be visiting Sandwich Harbour, which is the only place in the world where giant sand dunes run straight into the ocean. So guys, we finally got to the place from where we're going to be taken to the dunes. Right now we are in Walvis Bay, which is basically the most important port town here in the country, where everything is shipped in and shipped out, and it is, I believe, the second or the third biggest city in the country. And it is really interesting because I've got to say that it made me feel as if we were somewhere in Cape Town, you know, in the way that in the outskirts you see all these small houses, not really that nice, where the native inhabitants of Namibia live, and then you see the amazing houses where the Germans live, and it is a little bit like South Africa. So I believe that Namibia is the unknown version of South Africa. So everyone, we were just dropped off here to see the flamingos. So this place is known as the Flamingo Lagoon, I understand, and so I believe that they are here all year round. And it's really interesting. I believe that this is my first time that I see wild flamingos. And we were just talking with our tour guide, and he told us about the fact that he's the 5th generation of Europeans living here in Namibia. So his father was from Ireland, and his mother was from South Africa, obviously of white origins. And it's really interesting to see how this country is so similar in that matter to South Africa.
possible.
So everyone, we just made our second stop here, and this is the point where the sea and the desert come together. On the way here we saw a chacal, which is kind of like a desert fox, and the tour guide told us that they eat here like baby seals, birds, and things like that. And we also saw a few tracks of ostriches and hyenas, imagine. So I'm not very happy about the hyena thing, but what can we do?
Yeah. It's just a surreal landscape. You know, you've got the dunes, you've got the sea, you've got the sand, the sun, and the sea. I mean, what else do you need?
Our driver took 4 times to get to the summit. It was really hard, but eventually we managed to do it.
So everyone, we finally got to the final point. This is what is known as the Sandwich Harbour, and this is basically the only place on earth where the dunes and the sea come together.
So we're now going back to the Jeep, and soon we'll be looking forward to lunch, which we'll have on the dunes.
It's to end this lovely experience. We're going to have a nice beer, one each obviously, and yeah, so cheers Richard. Really? He started drinking before me. How dare he? Tell him, how dare you? How dare you? Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
To who?
To Sandwich Harbour.
And to Namibia as a whole.
South Atlantic Ocean, to the dunes.
And to Africa.
And to Namibia and to Africa.
And to God. Mainly to God.
There is no doubt that from today, Namibia is going to be one of our top favorite countries in the world. On the way back to Walvis Bay, we saw a baby seal sunbathing on the beach. It was extremely cute and adorable. Once we got to Swakopmund, we decided to go for a cappuccino. I've got to say that every cup of coffee we've had in this country, it's been extremely high quality. I don't know why, but I'm feeling quite happy. I think that the city is giving us its positive vibes. And for the end of the day, we went to have another round of oysters. They are so good that we felt like having more of them. Here we are everyone, once again in Wallace Bay. Today we're going to have a wonderful excursion. This time we're going to go on a catamaran into the sea. We are going to be taken to a place called Pelican Point, where you can see the iconic lighthouse of Walvis Bay. We also are going to see an immense colony of seals. We are extremely excited. As soon as we got on our way to Pelican Point, we got a few pelicans on the catamaran. What a coincidence.
Right behind us we have a lovely seal that's like trying to chase our boat, and he's jumping in and out of the sea, but because he's so small he can't actually come onto the boat, so for now we'll just have to see him jumping in and out of the sea.
Later on, we were so fortunate to see for the first time in our lives a whale. I have to say that we feel extremely grateful to God because we got to have this amazing and unique experience. Not many people have the opportunity to see a whale in their lives. By the way, it didn't take long for the dolphins to appear, and this time we got to see them a lot nearer. And look at the starway that we've got on the catamaran. Apparently, according to the tour guide, this seal gets on the catamaran every time he gets here, because he likes his fishing. We eventually got to Pelican Point and to the colony of seals. It was a wonderful experience to see them all. Unfortunately, the stench that there was at that place would be almost indescribable and rather unbearable. So the seals may be cute, but believe me, they do stink.
What? How dare you!
Good morning, everyone. Once again, we are here at the Independence Museum in the capital of Namibia, in Windhoek. And we are enjoying this lovely view that we've got of the city. And we're enjoying this lovely Namibian cider, which is called Hunter's Gold.
Cheers.
Cheers to Namibia. In any case, so unfortunately we've come to the end of this vlog. We just would like to say that we enjoyed every single second in this country. This is a place that you should definitely consider visiting in the future if you want to come to this amazing and historical continent.
We had an absolutely superb time, and if you do have any questions about the accommodation where we stayed, the tours and the excursions that we went on, please get in touch in the comment section below and we'll reply to you as soon as we can.
Exactly. As for now, this is going to be a goodbye and see you soon on a new adventure. So take care and thank you very much for staying until the end of this vlog.
Bye for now.
To Namibia. Bye.